Wisp.
Yes.
Would you like to give a recap, please?
As the resident note taker, I would love to. So last time we had an interesting underwater adventure. We wanted to recover as much as we could from the shipwrecks to try and fix what was going on. So we got some diving suits and we delved deep. Surprisingly enough, the first person to fall off was Corda. As strong as Corda was, the waves kind of just whooshed, and Corda and Kassan both fell off. Sigurd and Enna eventually let go, but they kind of fell together. And we found some underwater vampires, 'cause that's fun.
We fucking killed them.
Yeah, we demolished a lot of the vampires. We saw some ghost torches, and we thought of some creative ways to try and get rid of them. Sigurd, being Sigurd, tried to stomp on one, just set himself on fire. Kassan froze one, but it didn't really get rid of it, as much as it just kind of froze it in place. Examining the ship closer, we found a journal talking about the Pretender taking a person from the Stormbreaker. As we went to the other side of the ship and we dove into the other side, Sigurd found a coffin. And Sigurd was like, nah, fuck that. And he broke it. And then when he came out, there was a giant vampire, which we had to fight, which ended in an explosion of lightning, which Sigurd quite enjoyed. And then when we looted the body, we found a special relic that seems to repair ships of whoever is holding the relic. And so we made our way back up. We gave the relic to Stormbreaker, and it fixed the Stormbreaker. And then Corda gave him a massive old dog hug. And that's where we ended up.
Yeah. Corda, do you have anything to add about your interaction with Stormbreaker?
He's a good lad.
All right. Yeah.
I got an amulet that can fix up ships.
Yes.
Stormbreaker is letting Corda keep it so that Corda can one day fix the rattlesnake.
Precisely.
You just gotta find the crew first.
I'm about to say, we totally could ignore the lighthouses, go fix your ship, and then, no, that's a terrible idea. I was
about to say, Enna, if you're thinking about abandoning, Enna would say, fuck no, I want to save my family and my home.
Listen, I like the campaign, but an ending is an ending, okay?
Wait. Abandoning.
Also, this is a threat to the globe, not just the.
Yeah, the world's gonna end. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So you're on
I forgot about that.
You're on.
No, I was thinking of splitting up to
God.
double the speed. That was the worst idea I came up with.
Let's split the party. That's a great fucking idea.
Don't you know, you never split the party.
Split the
It's
party
like
to different sides of the continent. I just have to run 2 different games.
You're on the ship, Mike, by the way.
Alrighty, Rude.
Get off my plane.
Oh, here it is. I was like, I know I have it. Like, which rule is it? It's
The
rule
story.
number 1! I love this music.
It's the best. I love it
It
too.
was the best specifically because it played through the entire encounter.
I kid you not, whenever I'm listening to this, I'm just, bobbing my entire body back and forth to it.
Yeah, same here.
I am just realizing I just need to fix something super quick.
The DM has a horde of nautical beasties that they've never been able to use.
How is it?
True. I have too many, and I am very excited to use them.
Oh boy.
All right. So what we're going to do is we'll have Kassan. He's going to be down in the sleeping quarters for now, as the rest of you. So the rest of you continue the adventure, and then hopefully Kassan shows up later. So, as you continue to travel, a couple of days go past. Fairly,
That means we can long rest?
yeah,
I think sure.
fairly uneventful days and nights. You get to know the crew, bond a little bit with them, and bond with one another as well. In what is essentially the most peaceful time you've had in your in recent history since you woke up. You're just out in the open sea. Your ship is working completely perfectly, and it is literally smooth sailing. Until...
Oh,
Of course.
I
So-
am making hero sandwiches for the party.
Oh, perfect. All right.
And Enna is helping. Last session we did say we were going to start cooking dinner, so...
Yeah.
Alright, where's...
I don't know if that means he can make his wisdom check with advantage or what.
Bad side?
Let me see. Make a wisdom check.
I'm not trying to cheese, I'm just trying to be funny, I guess.
I mean, a plus mod will also work.
I'll give you a +2 for the other two helping out.
Excellent. Which I just needed, because it just worked. So everyone has 7 temp HP.
I don't know. I had the biggest brain fart there because I saw the dice rolling on the table, landing in front of Corda, and I was like, "What the fuck is that giant monster?"
On my screen, it just like dropped from the sky.
And the gods said, "Let there be gambling."
But everyone has
No
7 temp
gambling.
HP, so that's good.
Woo!
10
Awesome.
HP.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Roo. So, what happens? We are smooth sailing. Everything's going fairly well, and as the night begins to set in and darkness envelops the ship, you basically can't see anything out for miles around. You are, for all intents and purposes, completely isolated. You've kind of got used to this over the past few nights, but you were at least able to see kind of some flickering lights in the distance from like towns on the shore and things like that. Right now, there's nothing. You have, let's see, a very loud crash can be heard coming from the back of the ship, below deck. It rumbles the ship, the whole thing kind of tilts side to side, and what I'll do first is get, we'll say everybody was having dinner or something. Or, well, I'll ask actually, who would be outside right now is a better, who's on top deck and who's like still below deck?
Oh, Enna and I just came out of the
The
canteen.
dining hall, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so everybody's up. Everybody's up. Alright,
Yeah.
cool. So, everybody please give me a dexterity check, please.
Dexterity check. Whoop.
Not acrobatics.
14.
20.
I still don't have my sea legs.
No. if you go to fall off the ship though, you'll run into Sigurd first.
Yeah.
Oh, fair point. Plus you got a 20, so yeah. Sigurd, you grab Enna before she is thrown off the ship. Corda, you are A-okay. Very sturdy, well-trained sea legs. And yeah, the whole ship kind of rocks back and forth as you immediately see. I'm not sure. Do you have the amulet, or is he holding on to it for now? I can't remember.
I
I'm
believe I
pretty
have.
sure he handed it back to Corda.
Yeah.
I
he
see.
did.
Okay, cool. Right. So yeah, you don't see anything then. As you do so, you hear some noise from below deck as our pal Zephyr comes running up from below deck.
Zephyr's the monkey, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We have a problem.
Does this problem have a name?
There is a big hole in the ship.
Does anyone know where Stormbreaker is?
It is probably sleeping. He likes
Yeah,
to
I
sleep.
reckon the amulet will still work if he's asleep.
It reacted when I was holding it for Zephyr. Hold this for a second, and Corda takes out the amulet and passes it to Zephyr.
Cool. As Zephyr holds it, it does in fact begin to send out these green glowing tendrils that wrap around the ship, going deep into the ocean from different angles. He says, I did not think this would work for me, but very well. As he holds it, you can feel like clunk after clunk after clunk as parts of the ship are repaired, and Captain Stormbreaker comes back out of his chambers. What on earth is all this racket?
That's what we were just about to ask, Captain. We're not quite sure ourselves.
Then trying to remember. Brakar says,
Good old Brakar.
as he comes tumbling out from the lower deck.
Hi, planes.
Hey,
Yay!
Kasson wakes up from the explosion.
Yes, he does. Brilliant time to come back with shell shock. All right, so Brakar comes up onto the top deck. He is kind of like shaking water out from his boots as he says, I believe we've hit some rocks, Captain. They look up to the crow's nest, and you can just see some bird-like feet hanging over the edge. Somebody shouts up. Stormbreaker shouts up, Raffle! You're supposed to be on lookout. You see the feet very quickly retract back into the crow's nest as the the very large head of a raven kind of sticks, comes over the top.
Did you watch that Dungeon suit yet?
It's narcoleptic.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so it says, yeah, turn the lights off. It's too dark.
I can't complain with that logic.
And then it's at this point, what do you call him? The Stormbreaker says, well, that's not right. He heads up to the bow of the ship and looks over. He turns and shouts back to the rest of the crew, yourselves included. There should be a lighthouse around here. Unless we've went off track. Of course. And then with another rumble, rocks scrape and pierce the bottom of the ship.
Fucking hell, let's get the anchor down before we beach this thing.
Sounds like a plan.
Corda's gonna get to work on anchor away, you know?
Enna gonna head down and help start bailing out any water that might come in while the ship repairs itself.
I'll chuck me a
Sigurd is
bucket.
gonna help Corda with the anchor.
Alrighty, right. So,
John is going to walk over very confused and just start helping, having no idea what on earth is going on.
yeah, rubbing the sleep from your eyes. And Bonnie fills you in because she's just been watching. Yeah, so, sorry, Bonnie Bone Guns. Right.
No, there's just a wall.
Oh, I see. Right, so you, yourself, Sigurd, and Corda lift the anchor and drop it over the edge, and once again the anchor and chain sink very quickly down into the depths, sending smoke billowing out from the mast that the chain is wrapped around. Enna, as you head down, you are accompanied by Brakar. You go down and see that the ship is in fact self-repairing, as it should be, but the very large hole in the bottom of the hull has made a lot of your supplies just disappear into the ocean.
Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, let's start getting some of this out of here. Maybe we could salvage some of it.
And he shall help you with that.
I'm obviously going to cast my mage hand to help bail out.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Also, I just want to say, for whatever reason, I could see the landing page. Oh, I accidentally... Okay, I clicked on the thing that I tried to mark, and it took me to the landing page.
Usually we can always see the landing page in the region map.
Oh, no. Like down below decks, there's an actual tile that has
is there?
an image of the landing map.
I pointed that out last week on, if you look back on the messages in session prep, the same thing happened. There was a tile of the region map. I've worked in Foundry, so I know how easy it is to accidentally do that.
Oh, okay.
I've done it a couple times.
Gotcha.
I see.
That was kind of funny. I just wasn't
It's pain.
expecting it.
It's a pain in the butt to try and fix.
I just need to find it, and we'll be okay.
I think you just delete the tile.
But what floor is it on?
Bottom deck.
Also, everyone is
Oh!
in my view.
Oh, yeah, because we're not all on the same layer. But technically, you should be able to have line of sight, so they kind of blip in and out of existence.
I'm about to say I haven't mastered layers in Foundry yet. I'm waiting for the tutorial.
I've just started experimenting with it, so that's mostly what the ships are. It's just like an experiment with layers. All right, so yeah, that's sorted. You won't accidentally click on that again. So yes, as you bail out the water and the ship repairs itself, you see just in the distance, just like as part of the whole kind of places back into place, you just see like some bananas and peaches just like slowly like floating away into the depths.
Is there any way I could command my mage hand to try to grab whatever it can?
You could throw your mage hand out, but it'll essentially be trapped out there.
Oh, okay.
Because
It'll just drown.
that would be funny. Like mage hand needs to breathe.
I just imagine Wednesday hand.
All right, so with that, the anchor hits the ground. The sails are raised. Oh, the sails are raised, and the ship comes to a fairly sudden halt as it kind of like twists and spins slowly round, and again more crunching and cracking. And I'm gonna say Kassan's down there with you, and Brakar, you're able to see like just what essentially looks like a shark fin made of rock just tear through the bottom of the ship, while it's like these green tentacles are frantically trying to fix it again.
Oh god, rule 17.
All right.
17.
Don't
Oh
go
yes. Oh yes.
Don't get on the boat. Don't get on the boat. The DM is a bunch of optical beasties.
I mean, I'm pretty happy because I get to use my nautical beasties just by turning you into mermaids for a bit and stuff, so I'm alright. Right, so with that, the ship comes to a sudden halt as it also slams very quickly into a sheer cliff face that comes out of the darkness very unexpectedly, with absolutely no light surrounding the area. You see the cliff like in the last like 5 seconds before the ship collides. And with that, and a big heavy kind of groan, the ship comes to a stop. Stormbreaker is having a full-on meltdown upstairs. Meanwhile, actually, he'll go to Corda, who had just done the anchor, and essentially, let's see, he picks out a map. He says, damn it, Stu? Is that his name?
That's my dad.
Daddy Stu? Yeah, right. So he looks at you with a map in hand, and he says, Stu always did say he was good with these things. And he says, as he points to the map in a very specific location, he says, should be if we've hit cliffs, we should be about here. But where the hell's the lighthouse?
Fucking hell. The lighthouse. It's not foggy right now, is it? No.
Nope, just pitch black darkness.
Am I? So I'd be nearby, right?
Yep.
Does anyone see Kasson?
Down here. You hear mumbling.
Kasson, can you come up here and send out a bird?
So which angle? Which part of the ship are we like? We're bumping. Can we see? Can we see the cliffs right now?
Yes. What I'll do is just draw in a.
Quick question: did we long rest since last time?
Yes.
Because it's been several
It's been
days.
a couple days.
Got it.
Thanks.
Next, Kasson summons forth
Okay.
his little parrot, his little owl parrot with dark vision.
Oh, smart. Okay.
But functionally an owl, looks like a parrot,
Yeah.
and warps
Corda's
into it
looking
as he
at-
has it go flying up. Alright, send out a bird! Send out a bird!
So Corda,
And he's gonna try to have it go and like circle where the lighthouse is, and then try to effectively
where it isn't.
slam into the lighthouse if it was invisible.
I see. All right. So
Trying to determine, is it invisible or is it gone?
prior to slamming into the lighthouse, so you send up the parrot. Is it fair to say that you're going to look through its eyes as long as possible?
Yep.
All right. As you send it up and you warg into it, you see cliffs laden with snow and like a few trees. It is again, it's pitch black darkness. So through the dark vision, you can just see like the odd animal's eyes glowing up, like it's in a night vision camera, as the parrot flies overhead. You realize, Kasson, that you recognize these cliffs, you recognize this forest, you realize where you are, you realize which lighthouse you're looking for. So, sending your parrot that direction, you see Calivan's lighthouse. The light is gone. The lighthouse itself was already in ruins, but in your time there, Calivan had always had essentially a magical blue glow coming from the top of this derelict lighthouse, and that glow is not nowhere to be seen.
I see the building itself.
You do, yeah.
The lighthouse.
I will say
Found it,
it's a little too far away for you to get close enough to see it in great detail, but you can see it like in the distance.
The lighthouse has gone dark, but it still exists.
Well, that's good.
Imagine saying that to
Better
someone.
than being destroyed or banished to another realm, it's certainly not good.
Well, if it was
All
just gone, that would have been worse.
Yes, this is the least terrible outcome for not being able to.
Sigurd's like optimism is fighting with Kasson's like realism.
Bonnie Bone Gums has like manifested a pair of binoculars that she's just like looking out over your shoulder with, and she says,
You recognise that place, don't you? Shall we visit?
I think I'm due for a less infernal homecoming.
Homecoming.
You lived there?
Sorry, wait, what did I miss? As Enna comes up with like the final bucket of water.
Ricard following you out of breath.
I can hardly call any settlement my home, as it were. But if any place were, it's here. My mentor lives in this area. This lighthouse, while run down, was always bright with magic. I think subconsciously it's one of the reasons I chose the stars, guidance, as my own personal focus with magic. And now it's gone dim.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Ricard
I don't know
interrupts. Ricard interrupts with like no consideration for the conversation that's going on as he says, Captain, we've lost pretty much all the food. You see Stormbringer put his hands to his face slowly and just like pull down his bottom eyelids in distress as he says, well, says there's a town nearby. Might as well restock while we're here.
Give me a day and you'll have good berries to survive on. Worst case scenario.
Ooh.
Didn't you have a whole barrel of peaches?
Yeah, but I ate them whenever I thought we was going to be stuck out here, and then I shit myself. Figuratively speaking, of course. Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
You're a bastard, Stormbreaker.
I hand him like a bag of like 10 oranges. Try and conserve these.
Oh yeah, we'll do.
Maybe share with the rest of your crew.
Yeah, of course. But like I said, we should probably restock in town.
We're gonna sit and duck here anyway if that lighthouse is out. It's too dark to see any of the rocks and outcrops and icebergs.
Plus, if
good point.
it's someone that Kassan knows, maybe we should go and check it out. We might be able to get some answers.
Here's my oranges. Still have 28.
So how tall is this? How tall is this cliffside here?
Good question. Cliffside is a couple of 100 feet high. I mean, it's craggy and uneven enough to definitely be climbable, but it is also very dark. So, I mean, I'm not trying to deter you from that. I'm just giving you all the information.
Might be worth whipping out the wee rowing boat.
I was about to say, do we have a rowboat to find like another way onto the island?
You do. You've got 2.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That might be a better option, especially because Enna is really not built for climbing, long endurance. At least to that degree.
Sure thing, yeah. Just see the little circle come up from Breath of the Wild as you're climbing.
The stamina bar, yeah.
Alright, so, yep, Brakar and Zephyr lower the 4 of you down in a rowboat and say that they're going to finish up here and possibly meet you in town if you're not back before they leave. And with that, you drop into the water. Let's see if I don't know if I actually have a map for that. I don't think I need a map for it because we're only going to be in it for like 2 seconds, but still.
Nah. It's the
That's why I use scenes for personally.
boat.
It's just like an image to get your mind a-flowing.
Oh, this is very familiar.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mutant shark, squid, other
don't-
fish-looking thing.
I can't see a thing.
Oh yeah, good. Forgot it's dark. Yeah. I need to get rid of the shark and the octopus and stuff like that. Right. And then just double check that Wakefield's not stowing away somewhere.
He's hiding underwater. Honestly, we could use him for spare parts to fix the lighthouse.
Good lord.
Evil.
All right, okay.
I'd like to say chaotic stupid.
All right, so you drop down, and the boat itself is, it's quite small. It's nowhere near deep enough to kind of collide with any deep rocks. So you kind of flow freely with the tide, which will, of course, bring you inland. So, what I'll do is get a vehicle handling check from Corda here.
Right. If I recall correctly, that's a dexterity plus proficiency, I think. Yeah, I've got a roll for it right on my character sheet. There we are.
I'd like to guide her.
13 for the 1d4. That's 17.
All right, with a 17, you manage to direct your designated rowers, whomever they might be, to steer the boat in such a way that you avoid any damage from essentially colliding with the cliff side again in the darkness. You find yourselves drifting down a river. The river is very, very wide. You realize that this is likely the river that you are going to be taking when with the Stormbreaker whenever you get it all up and running again. And on your left, you see a few little lights twinkling in the darkness. You recognize this as a town. Turn the boat and dock outside of Winterset, which I think you should have visible now. Alright.
We just skipped over the lighthouse. It's great.
Well, the lighthouse isn't there.
Well, no.
It's there, it's just dim.
This is a pit stop on the way to the lighthouse. We have to dock the boat.
Yeah.
You have to dock the boat, and the lighthouse is surrounded with craggy rocks and stuff. It would be very difficult to get your boat over.
Pushing on,
pull out his frying pan immediately.
You look a wee bit
as soon as
shaken.
we enter here, Sean is going to go ahead and disguise self into basically trying to go and look exactly like his mentor.
Interesting.
If somebody sees him, I feel like at some point in the past, his mentor has given him permission to go and disguise himself as him to avoid being hassled.
I can see that.
As long as he behaves. No, as long as he behaves.
As long as he behaves. Yeah, I can see that.
Initially surprised by a sudden disguise, Corda realizes, oh, it's this cookie fucking magic again, and looks over at Kassan and is like, what, you got something you're trying to hide?
Yes, myself. One would hope that children outgrow their prejudices with age, but many times that is not the case. And for a young hagling, well, one learns to stay hidden.
Well, if you've got any hecklers, then you've got me backing you up.
Same here. I'm sorry that people are so prejudiced. You've more than shown that you're more than just what the stereotypes are.
There are stereotypes. Like what? We're all lovely.
I can't hear that, right?
Nope. Just
I imagine
Just
Sigurd
Kassan.
like sees Kassan's back like kind of glow for a second, but he has no idea what it is because divine sense.
sure. Yeah. That works. All right. So you find yourselves in Winterset. In the dead of night, there are some, as I said, kind of twinkling lights about the place.
Everyone added their temp HP, right?
Oh yes,
I
you
did.
have 7 temp HP, Kassan.
You're so fucking paranoid.
This scene, I know it's not the same, but my human brain is stupid, and I remember this specific village.
I don't.
It looks like the one from both my prologue and from the ghost town we have.
Okay. So you just have PTSD. Got it.
Of course, again, stupid human brain habit.
All right. So it very well might be the same map. I'm not entirely sure. I've got a few.
Big smart Thanoid brain realizes they're different. Like stupid human brain.
Exactly. I love the cut of your jib.
There's definitely some reason your eyes are bulging out. It's probably not enough room in that head. All right, so heading into town. It, as I said, is very dark. There are some twinkling lights, implying that the place is still occupied. You don't see or hear anything out of the ordinary, and while it is quiet, it's not too quiet. You hear the sound of quiet chatter or even laughter coming from some of the houses as you walk down the street. It is very late, so most of the houses are quiet. And you see very little out of the ordinary. Kassan, you recognize the place fairly well and know where the general store is. Although you are also aware that it would not typically be open at this time of night, it also doubles as the home of the storekeeper. So he lives upstairs from the shop, which is this one, we'll say.
Well, the shop's closed for the night. We could go and rally the storekeep, but something tells me that's not a good way to get discounts.
I must say I completely agree. Working in a tavern, not a good idea to wake the owner.
Indeed. We should likely find the inn and retire for the night before my glamour drops.
I mean, when did the rest of the crew say they would come looking for us?
Rather vaguely when they're finished.
What do you mean when they're finished?
That's what they said. So.
Yeah, that's all the context we're getting.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
Sailors.
So you head to the closest inn that you can find. It's a small town. There's only one kind of proper inn. There's a couple of small drinking establishments, but arriving, let's throw you in here.
I do not own a token with in this scene.
That is
Which is
okay.
funny because
I'm blind.
I can see the scene though.
Oh no, I think I'm getting PTSD now.
The only card.
Yeah.
I recognize this tavern.
It's a great tavern.
It's a great tavern.
I just remember, I have a feeling it's from the backstory, but I remember this is where Grimble was cooking.
Oh yes, yeah. All right. So, heading into the tavern, you do see a. There we go. See the tavern owner, or at least some sort of barkeep at the bar. They have their elbows on the bar and their head rested on their hands as they kind of like appear to be nodding off as the door kind of like swings closed behind you. It lets out like a very soft thud and jolts her from her sleep as she looks up. The tavern is very, very quiet, very dead, and she says as she looks at you,
Well, what can I do you for? Oh, Caliban. Where have you been?
I've been a tad busy. Found this lot wandering around outside a shipwreck. You mind if we retire for the night? I need to make some purchases from the store in the morning.
Of course, Caliban. Yes. Find yourself. The rooms are upstairs. Here's some keys, and she just kind of like rumbles about under the desk and like just throws down like more keys than you need on top of the counter, and she says, anything you need, drinks. I could cook something up if you're hungry. Shipwreck, you say? Suppose you need I can get the fire going.
That would be wonderful, thank you. Been too long since I've been in town.
Yes, yeah. It's been how long's it been? I don't know.
Wish I could say. I think I may have stumbled across. I don't know. I feel at one point that the force was getting too strong. I question if perhaps I stumbled into the Fae for a bit. My sense of time is all messed up. I wish Kassan was here. Could go and borrow his star map and try to reorient myself.
Yes, Kassan. Where's he at then? We ain't seen him in a very long time.
You know how the young ones are, striking off on their own grand adventures. Last I heard, he was well, but it's been a good while since we lost contact at one point.
I see. Mighty shame. Well, but kids will be kids in that. Sigurd and Enna, you are with those insight checks. You're both able to tell that is actually not Caliban. That is actually Kassan in disguise.
Well, we knew that.
No. I was more curious to see if, like, she had any ill will toward, Kassan, or if she, like, had known Kassan, like, prior. But with that conversation, Sigurd's gonna kind of lean in, and Sigurd's gonna be like, what was Kassan like when he was younger?
Anna's insight check is to see whether or not she has any, I guess, residual fear or potential knowledge of the whereabouts of where I forget whoever Kassan's
Alazim?
disguise has.
Calivan, I'll put it in chat.
Calivan. Yeah, thank you. Just see if I can pick up on any residual or internal feelings towards Calivan that she might be trying to hide.
Alright, I'll do yours first, just because it's the most fresh in my mind, and I'll come back to Sigurd after. Right, so, you get the impression that she is definitely trying to hide, like, a nervousness about her. She's like very, very fidgety and like tapping on the desk and like trying to like maintain eye contact a little bit too much, and she, like, you don't know this person, so you can't like judge that towards her like typical behavior, but in general she seems very nervous, and yeah, that's about what you'll get for a 15.
Gotcha.
Sigurd, just remind me exactly what you wanted your 18 to go towards there on your insight.
I would say I was trying to see the different, like, relation between, like,
yeah.
how friendly Calivan and this lady knew each other.
Right. Yeah.
And how, like, the conversation was going.
And you asked how was Kassan as a child. To that, she kind of looks at you and says, "Oh, so you know Kassan then?"
I've heard a couple of stories from Calivan.
She says, she looks at Calivan and looks back at you. Yeah, lovely kid. Yeah, he's very fiery, I'd say. Very passionate about a lot of things. That Calivan, or that Kassan, sorry.
Sigurd is just like smiling. He's just enjoying.
But with your 18, you can tell that is 100% not her opinion.
Oh yeah, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, you can tell why Son needs to be disguised in this town.
Yep. Oh god.
And yeah, with that, like, she says that she is going to go into the back and just sort you out some supper and that, and just make yourselves comfortable. Oh no, not at all. Chef's left quite a bit of stew from today, so I'll just get that warmed up for you.
All right. Let me know if I can be in
First, repeat what you said, Sigurd.
Alright.
I was just saying that. Let me know if I could be of any assistance.
Okay. Right. And she rather rudely ignores that. And Kassan, what did you say?
As Caliban, he says, you really are such a saint."
She gives you like a really kind of like unsure smile.
It's not something that Caliban would say, is it?
I was gonna say, Caliban's a friendly guy.
Caliban is a very friendly guy.
Yeah.
You hear some doors open and close. And as you wait for your foods, and the fire roars and crackles in the fireplace. You wait, and you wait, and you wait some more. And she never comes back with your food.
There's no door right here, right?
No, it's just a bar.
I'm gonna head behind and just take a look at if there actually is stew in here.
Sure. Yeah, you head around. You see like residual stew, but definitely not enough to serve.
Sigurd's gonna start chopping up some stuff and toss it in and like start cooking.
Oh.
He sees there's some ingredients right here. He's just gonna take whatever he can find.
Sure
Do I need to
thing.
make a wisdom check or anything?
No, you got this. You're a chef.
Awesome. So,
Yeah. So you get to work. Meanwhile, Caliban here comes into the kitchen, and you can make
You
me
think
a.
perhaps I should check?
Sorry.
Sorry. I was gonna say, he's gonna walk over to Sigurd and say, "You think perhaps we should check to see if she's fallen down and can't get up?"
Sigurd gives out a hearty laugh. Sigurd's like, I don't think that she fell. I feel like she was a bit nervous seeing you, when she hasn't heard anything in so long, that she worries that something is wrong.
But everyone loves Caliban.
Everyone loved Caliban. I don't know the whole story, but something tells me with her reaction that, for one, she doesn't really like Kasson very much, and that whatever happened, she was surprised and or scared to see you, which is why she gave us more keys than we actually needed. And Sigurd's just stirring the stew as he says all this.
And
While
she
that's
didn't
all
charge you
happening-
anything.
Can I roll perception to see if I hear anything coming from either of these two doors over here?
Sure thing.
Just based off the layout, I feel like one of these doors might lead to a back area.
Sure. All right.
Nope.
You don't hear anything but the soft howl of the wind coming from this door, and maybe like the slight mumbling of Sigurd and Kasson coming from this door.
Well, that answers that.
Turns around. Oh, hi.
And I'm just gonna hop through.
I mean-
then meets Enna on the other side.
I didn't see her leave while I was over at the fireplace.
You reckon she's made a leg for it?
Absolutely, but considering she just left us with the keys we need and a perfectly good, like, dinner place, I don't really see much problem to worry about it. I mean, it's not like that other tavern. Ugh.
I love that Sigurd calls a kitchen a dinner place.
Well,
Still,
we're
though,
here,
I-
might as well make a move of it. And then Corda's gonna like pinch a couple of things in the pantry.
Still, I find it quite strange. She did walk back this way, right? Well, she was supposedly cooking for you two, right?
Might be a hidden
Indeed.
door behind the thing.
I mean, we didn't hear anything, though.
You did hear a couple of
And the
doors.
door.
Sure. You
Can
heard two
Kassan
doors.
see this door that's marked by this little symbol here?
Yeah.
Dawn is gonna looks over here. I think this was out of our line of sight, but there is a door over here.
I will say, Anna, I didn't realize you were there at the time, so we'll just say that was out of sight for you, if that's all right.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I didn't. realize that.
Or I. No, I was gonna say, or I could get like a perception check, like, but I'll just use your 9 and say you didn't see it.
Okay, that's fine.
But yes, yeah. So that door would have been out of line of sight, we'll say, for the majority of you there, or all of you.
Okay.
I like that, like, Corda's like in this little kind of cubby area, like definitely shoulder to shoulder with the walls.
Shoulder, pinching as much food as you can into her bags.
Yeah, but you have to do it with like T-Rex arms because you can't, like, you don't have enough room.
Yeah.
Remind me if I ever take you back to White Bill to make sure I don't let you in the back.
I could be trusted plenty with this.
No, it's not that. I just don't think you'd fit.
There's a will, there's a way.
Also, if anybody did check that door at the top, they would find that locked as well.
What you say?
Yes, it's got a little keyhole in it though, so it can be locked from, either side.
Do any of the keys that she gave us fit?
Oh, good question. Let's see. As you check through, roll.
Forehead shaped.
Roll what?
Your forehead would almost definitely work, but we'll try the keys first. Roll me a d20, and if you get over a 15, you find a key that works. So none of the keys fit the lock.
Skeleton key it is, and Sigurd gets ready to help Corda if she needs it.
Yeah, Enna just steps out of the way, knowing what's coming.
Right, let's see. Corda's almost ecstatic that it didn't work. That's a plus. Okay, 1d20 plus 7. Boom. That's a 25.
Dear Lord!
Oh,
So, yeah,
right.
she gets a running headbutt on this one.
Alrighty, Rui. So, what we'll do is have you lot there. Alright. So, bashing down the door with your noggin. You see the exterior out into the street of the town, which does make sense because Anna could hear the wind coming from that direction.
Yeah.
So, with that, let's see. All right.
Uh-oh.
So you don't have to be outside. You can still be inside. But it's just to let you see what you see.
Corda is definitely going through that door, so she'll smash and end up outside.
I feel like Sigurd would try and help her out before anything goes wrong, which said probably was the good choice of action.
I think Kassan's gonna follow shortly thereafter, and in Caliban's voice. Dear gods, woman, I thought you said you could handle your drink. If a door is locked, you need to knock with a fist, not your head. Oh, hello, friends.
Caliban, you're either brave or stupid. Either way, you've signed your own death sentence. boys.
Start taking slow steps towards you.
Sigurd just kind of raises, he just looks at them, and he raises his frying pan and just says, "There's no need for this discretion. If we could just have a conversation about what's going on, we could avoid some unnecessary death. Although, as you can see from the blood dried on my frying pan, I don't really have a problem with that. Can I roll for intimidation?
Of course you can.
Yes. That's better than it could be.
Alright, I'll check. For him, for them. Alright. Couple of them back off a bit before the main guy in the middle says,
Look, we ain't afraid of a little rusty frying pan. Just hand us Caliban, and you can be on your way. Go ahead.
Does Kassan recognize this man?
oh, good question. Kassan, you do. You recognize this guy very explicitly from your childhood. You also recognize at least two of the other people as being some of the ones that would peck on you.
Hunts. Corda looks over at, well, air quotes, Hassan, and then looks back to the fella and is like, well, if he means so much to you, then how about we hand them over to you for a price, right?
On very emphatically, you wouldn't.
And Enna then steps out.
Like a sister.
So when you mention a price, he immediately puts his hand to his side and lifts a pouch.
Anna's gonna
Corda-
step out while that happens, and she's immediately gonna ask, before we even make this trade, may I be so curious as to ask what this individual has done to upset you all? I mean, he showed us kindness, decided to bring us into town, we were on a ship, and whatever happened to the lighthouse made the ship hit some rocks, so we're, as you would put it, castaways at this point. We're just trying to stay the night, and he was kind enough to pick us up.
As you're talking, one of them comes up to the main guy. He holds out a sheet of parchment and shows it to the main guy while whispering something.
I'm whispering to Kassan, do you have Misty Step ready?
Always, friend.
Can I tell? Can I tell what that parchment is?
From the back, no. It just looks like kind of, traditional papyrus type parchment. But you can roll me perception to see if you can make out remotely what they're saying. Keep in mind this is while you were talking, so I'll give you disadvantage on this perception. I'm sorry.
Gotcha. No, you're fine. And then, can I roll any sort of persuasion check to see if we can get some information as to what happened with Caliban?
Yes, I will. Yeah, do it. You can
Okay.
roll both of those.
Perception with disadvantage. Still a
Pretty
13.
good. It's pretty good.
All right. Okay. With that,
And
you.
I'll just-
Oh.
That a while.
Okay. Perfect. First of all, you see that as he shows him the parchment, they glance at you as the main guy takes a look at the parchment. He takes the parchment in his hand, shoves it into his pocket, removes his hand from the pouch. It seems like he's not doing that anymore. But you don't see. You aren't able to hear anything with that 13. For your 19 on your persuasion, though, he, with kind of like a anger in his eyes, he says,
Killed some good men. Killed some really fine men. And he been harbouring a devil. The list of crimes, well, too many to count. And that's why...
Hassan's crimes are his own. They have nothing to do with me. The boy was always a kind little... was always kind under my watch. Whatever he did afterwards has no bearing on me.
It
Blame.
was you that killed my boys. Not
Wait,
Kasson.
You killed his men. I'm sorry, but may I ask why?
Would this be something that Kason would actually know about?
Hassan has no idea what this guy's talking about. Caliban's always been like this paragon of nature and pacifism. You know, he's always, never condoned violence, always try to go and keep Kassan from lashing back when others would be cruel to him. And so I think at this point, Kassan is just kind of very confused as to what's going on and kind of puts two and two together. The infernal curse. The infernal curse, dear gods. He's taken, isn't he? Caliban. Did Caliban lose his... And at this point, I think he just naturally loses concentration on disguise self. Not intentionally, but just the magic fades away as he turns back into Kassan. The curse got to Caliban too. I thought if I left, you'd be spared any sort of infernal taint, but Kassan will go ahead and pull out his pardon.
I was about to
There's a
do the
curse
same
of
thing.
madness. There's a curse of madness. I've been cured, as have these folks. We have pardons to prove it.
the
We
moment
know how to cure others.
the moment you become Hassan again, everybody takes a step back. You see immediate fear in their eyes.
He's a devil.
Yes.
Oh, come now. If he was a devil, we wouldn't be standing here, now would we?
We would have just killed you. 100%. Not even a doubt in my mind.
It's
But
not.
with them backing up,
Yeah.
Sigurd's just gonna take one step forward and kind of take the space, and he's gonna lower his frying pan's still in his hand, but he's gonna lower it, and he holds an open arm or an open hand in the other one, kind of trying to like wave away the like notion that he's an actual devil.
Caliban weren't cursed. There was no madness in this town. No, we were spared. We were spared the travesty that hit so much of this country. We were spared.
Impossible. Caliban's a good man. He would never go and strike out against you of his own accord. Believe me, there were times I wish he would have, but he never would. No matter what cruelty you hurled upon the two of us, he was always the better man.
That might be
either
so.
he went mad, or you proved to be monsters worth putting down.
Gathers a little bit of courage in himself. Takes a step forward again. The rest of the men don't. I will get to that actually in just a sec.
Yeah. Sorry.
All good? Can I continue? Yep, okay. Gathers a bit of courage in himself, takes a step forward towards the group again, the rest of the man. Is he invisible? No, he's just like hiding under fog, I guess.
Can I pet that dog?
Can I pet that fog? Gathers bravery, takes a step forward. None of the other men step forward, though. They're all still like terrified of Kassan. This guy thinks like you can see it in his eyes. He's like, all right, now's my chance. That Caliban's not here anymore. He's not going to stop me. As he steps forward, he repeats himself. He finishes his last thought as he says, "We were spared by the rank and vile." As
The rank and file couldn't spare themselves. I saw it with my own eyes. I had to put down some of the monsters they became before the curse claimed me.
As you say that, from your periphery, you see two rank and vile members come out of the shadows wearing their red and black cloaks with chess motifs. These two, if I just get my notes for that super quick. I love that I can just look up Kill Ron and like the Annie flip is the very first result on Google.
That's the best.
All right. Yes. Okay. So you see that one of them has a bishop motif, a bishop kind of stitching, and one of them has a knight stitching on their chests. These
Like
are
chess piece?
yes, yeah.
Okay.
These two are more. These two aren't the pawns that you've come across before. These two appear to be a bit more magically inclined.
Which one is closer to me?
This one.
I mean, is that the knight or the bishop?
Oh, sorry. Do you know what? For our... to make it easier for us, I'm going to do knight. Always.
Awesome.
And then...
Nice. I'll be right back one more time. I gotta put some stuff away.
So they're a semi-secret organization.
Hmm.
How much does Kassan know about the abilities of the different levels of the organization? Since he was investigating them before this all started.
That is a good point. You were, and you had, I think,
Like, I doubt he knows what castling is, but still.
Yeah, you had a couple of weeks to a month or something of like travel as you were like investigating. So you probably got a good bit in there. What I'll do is get you to roll me a history check for that information.
Yeah.
Alrighty, right. So, with that 20, you have a lot of information. You would have uncovered some like from talking to the ex-members that you found just before your possession, but you also would have heard like stories from people in various towns that you went through, talking of like, oh, this one had a knight on his chest and things like that. There, some of like the more kind of common folk who've never seen a chessboard before would just describe how like that one had a horse on his chest and things like that, and they'd tell you that yes, the knight can appear and disappear at will, or at least that's what you've heard. They disappear into the shadows like they were never there, and the bishop can summon devils to his aid.
Son is going to invoke his infernal mark to quickly pass information into Corda's mind. The knight dances with shadows. The bishop calls forth devils. And like, say like, as always, hit the caster first. And all right, looking for my mark of the taking real quick.
Sure thing.
I can expend a charge there. As I guess I can't expend a charge. I don't have any. I don't see where the charges are.
That's it. Okay, we'll just remember.
And he's actually wait. It doesn't say how many people I can talk with, so I'm telling all of them.
Sure thing.
Perfect.
The entire.
Right. Corda's, she has to kind of hide a little grin, and she replies via sending as, "Just give me the signal."
Sigurd immediately responds back, "There's no ending this peacefully, I suppose."
I can
And,
imagine
once again,
Sigurd
it's
did it
like-
out loud. I can't. Sorry.
That'd be funny.
That's no, Sigurd totally. You know what? We can totally do that. Sigurd totally says that out loud as he's just like, well, at least the blood's not on my soul.
With Corda saying, "Give me the signal," Enna's gonna ready a casting of second level sleep, just so that as soon as shit hits the fan, she can try to put as many people out of the fight as possible.
Alrighty, right.
Smart.
And as a quick thing, just a little bit of extra dialogue there from when you, the two of you took out your notices of pardon. He scoffed at those and said, "It ain't the law that wants you."
Yeah.
Oh, you're working for them, right? I see how it is.
Can I kill them now?
I always figured the rank and vile wanted night hag hearts or their visuals.
He just like tests the water. Like, how did he know that? Yeah, they don't react to you saying that at all. Alrighty, Roo. So, with that, what I'll do is I'll have this guy take a step forward, which I'm going to assume is going to initiate the combat there.
Who stepped forward?
The big guy. You betcha.
Oh, here we go. Sleeping. Oh shit.
All right. So,
Well, it depends on how much damage sleep is.
damn, that's 3 ones.
Vomit the dice.
Damn.
I mean, if anything, I think I'll take out at least one of the grunts.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Ooh, 21.
Out of
I always go last in the initiative order. I don't know why.
unlucky.
And then
Never mind. I lied.
I rolled very poorly.
Orcason.
I still beat the 2.
You did beat the 2.
Beat the 2.
Right. Okay. There. And then he needs to be. I'll put him. Put that one up. To just so there we go. Right. So, begin combat. Put the combat music on. And
There's the combat music we love so much. But
alrighty, Ruth. So, starting with, should I let you have your sleep first, or should we do that in initiative?
well, he did ready the action, so
Oh, you
And
ready?
said yeah, I readied it as the action, and he took the step forward, and even you said, and I assume that lets the sleep go off. It was only 25, so I feel like if anything, at least one of the grunts are going down. I don't think the captain or the bishop are going down.
Sure thing. I will check.
That sucks that I rolled 3 ones.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. What we'll do is we'll have. I'll let you choose out of these two which one you want to go down.
I guess the one closest to us, just so that there's a little bit of distance still.
Alrighty, right. He is asleep. Alright, so prone and asleep. Alright, so first up it is Corda. I'm going to get rid of that thing now.
The template, yeah, thank you, my bad.
Oh, all good.
Right, blood pumping through our veins, feeling the excitement coursing through her. That's adrenaline that triggers this rage, baby.
Oh hell yeah.
And then it's an immediate sprint up to this bishop, remembering what Kassan said about the spellcaster first. She's gonna give him a big old bonkage.
Could you imagine someone taking an anchor and just swinging it at full force through your jawline?
I think this.
That's what hurt.
If it wasn't fantasy, you'd be dead.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that just one shot just about anyone.
16.
16 to hit, and I'll just double check. Dun, 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 dun. 16 is a hit. Yep.
Woo! Okay.
2d6 plus 6. Kabonk. That's some right proper bonkage right there.
Ooh, that's
15
good damage.
Yeah, that's a big, very horizontal bash.
It is. That's against our bishop friend. Okay, so he is going to take 17 damage, and he is bloodied.
Huge.
I imagine so.
Huge.
Let me just
And that's my turn.
down to... All right. Yeah, you can skip it at the top as well.
Oh, click. There we go.
All right. Okay, and then I just need to.
Wait. Does that technically hit Corda?
Well, it's already been done, so fuck it. Who knows?
What, the sleep spell?
No. The line I'm making.
That
No,
one doesn't. That one does.
This-
That one doesn't.
This one does not. Okay,
That one dances right around her.
Got it. Okay.
Alrighty,
Just thinking. Just thinking.
Lightning
So-
bolt.
This
Yeah.
is these guys. So, what I'll do is have a couple of them fall back. He is definitely not going near her.
Anyone who anyone who saves their intelligence save knows that this is a stupid idea. Sees a giant dog just swinging anchor at someone and like, yeah, I can take that. I can fight that. No, that's only 1 out of 4 too. No, forget that.
All right, so let's see if I can get. I think it's crossbow. So that is going to be a disadvantage for the how close it is. All right, that is a bunch of misses on everybody there. Just a barrage of arrows coming from over here where these guys are.
I will say,
Yep.
can I flavor? I have protection, so I just imagine as the arrows are coming towards Kassan, Enna, and Sigurd, Sigurd just takes his frying pan and just like knocks them out of the air.
Awesome.
Like, really?
He does have the angle to do that too.
Yeah. Just one slap through the air and the all the arrows come crashing down.
Crashing away.
All right, Sigurd, your turn.
Seeing that Corda clearly can handle herself over here, Sigurd sees this knight and is like, fashion time! Is gonna run up and he's just gonna try and frying pan the shit out of this guy. Yeah.
Oh!
That's death! That's death!
Oh,
Oh,
baby.
Smites are doubled. Smites are doubled.
Oh, we love a good paladin smite on a crit.
Did someone say
Oh.
smite? Oh,
Wait,
okay.
there might-
He's fucked.
I have a sound for it.
Excellent. Sigurd's gonna run up, take his frying pan in both of his hands, like straight up slam down on this guy's head, and smite. So that's 13 bludgeoning, and where's my smite? Yep. Yep.
Oh!
That is 33 points of damage to the skull.
All right, and he is insta-killed.
We don't have to deal with Spy Team Fortress 2 anymore.
Yeah.
30 damage.
Anyone else want a piece of a frying pan?
All right, so I will put a little axe on him. Where is he? Just dead. There we go. All right. Let me. You know what? A lot of you are actually making this very, very, very scary. So let's see how these guys feel. They're feeling brave. Well,
Fair enough.
brave or stupid, as the guard said.
As Sigurd put it, yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Rui. Next up, unless you've got anything else, Sigurd.
I think That's an action. Do I have any? No.
I will say, don't go after these guys. I'm gonna try to do another casting asleep on them.
Concentration. I guess just for. No, I'll save it for smite spell slots. No, I'm good, and I will click to end my turn. Go for it.
Awesome. Alright, so I did lose my summoner.
No, the knight was the disappearing one.
Yeah.
Knight is you're right, he has invisibility.
Now, for his next disappearing act, he's going to disappear 6 feet under.
Yeah.
I mean, I just imagine the frying pan with like max damage. His head is gone. It's just flattened.
I like the more cartoony approach of there's only a head left as the rest of him is underground.
Oh my god. Wait. It is literally Meet the Soldier with you just hitting a spy over the head.
Alrighty, Ray, so it's the bishop. He has Aha, okay, right. I'm going to summon with this guy first. So let's do that. As he has to be a devil, though. So
It's a shame that Summon Fiend is such a high-level spell. You could just take that spell instead and use it, but...
Yeah. What I'll do is, for now, just need, like, imp or something. Imp. And that is technically a devil. It's great. Right. And let's make that nice and big so you can see it. Alright, so the bishop over here throws his hand into the air before slamming it down onto the ground, like something from Full Metal Alchemist. You see a pentagram kind of like come out from his hand, scorching the ground around him as an imp comes out and flies directly upwards. And what I'm going to do is give the imp the same initiative. That
makes sense to me.
Is once per day.
It's here.
Okay, right. Then he is going to try to how do you like chain the movements? Because control's not working for me, if that's how you do
I think it's space.
Ah, it is! Awesome. Alright. Yes, Corda, if you want to use a reaction to try for a thingy there.
He's fucked.
He summons one little guy, and then he's just dead.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a miss.
Never mind.
Awesome.
Nah, never mind. 13. I
Alright.
get the little imp like tickles my armpit or some shit and I get distracted.
Wait, no reckless attack?
It doesn't work on enemy turns, it only works on your...
Ah, damn, alright.
You know, I always forget about reckless attack.
Alrighty, Roo. So, our imp is going to make an attack roll against Corda here, as it flies up into the air, so that it is like level with her face. It lets out like a really guttural roar that, to Corda's very, very big head at the moment, just sounds like a squeak. As it attacks. That's a 24 to hit. It's not a nat 20 though, so at least it hits. Alright, next. Damage. That's 6 damage, and I need a con save, please.
Con save. Okay, I'll give you a con save. Constitution. That is 16.
That is a success. So you are going to take...
Oh, what was the damage type of...
It is piercing damage, and then I need to do 3d6.
Did you already have piercing damage?
No.
No.
Okay,
so that's 2 piercing then.
So,
No,
and then it's 5 poison damage.
By poison.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I have 40 HP. I did a drink apparently. I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah.
I just imagine Corda is like, she
Oh,
takes all this
yeah,
damage, pulls out the tankard, just, yep, better.
So you, so it flies up into the air, lets out this little tiny scream before it jabs you with a scorpion-like tail in the neck, but you don't become poisoned because you saved.
Oh, I always wanted one of those.
Yeah.
Alright, round 2, Enna.
Alright. So, I guess, question for the party. I'm debating between casting a Bless or going after the Bishop.
I don't want any more devils to deal with.
Okay, because that also determines whether or not I cast Sleep on this group of guys over here.
Honestly,
I say
if they're dumb enough to come after we just did all this, they're gonna die. I'm not that afraid of them. I'm more afraid of the bishop getting away and getting reinforcements.
Oh, don't worry, I've got a plan.
Okay, well then in that case, I will do a casting of Bless, so everyone gets the D4. Then, seeing him run, I have just enough movement to rush down here. Where are my spells? There are my spells. And I will then do a quickened spell casting of... You know, fuck it! Let's do Guiding Bolt! Yippee! That'll be my 1 charge per day.
Alright.
Kamehameha!
That's a hit.
Okay. How much damage is Guiding Bolt? Let me click on here.
3 or 46.
4d6, and I'm assuming I can't upcast that since it's tied to an item.
No.
Okay. 4d6. That is 9 damage against the bishop.
And I'll just double check. He is not dead.
Okay, but
But he
that's
glows in the dark now.
the next
He's
hit on him does have
he's getting-
advantage.
Alright.
Alright, Plains, I didn't mean to talk over you.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say the same thing. So, like, since you quicken spell that one, if you wanted to use a cantrip to blast an... Oh, no, you already used guidance.
I already used Blessed, yeah. And
Yeah.
even though Guiding Bolt is a leveled spell, I'm assuming because it's tied to an item, it wouldn't count, or would it?
I don't think so, because I think it's what the actual item is capable of. The magic isn't in you in that case; it's in the item. So, yeah, we'll skip over to Kasan if that's okay.
Oh, actually, before you do that, can I actually call out and just say, "Hey, before you leave, you might as well pay a tab."
Classic and a quip right there.
So proud.
I taught her well.
All right.
Wonderful idea, Enna. I hope you don't mind if I follow your lead, as I cast my own guiding bolts with advantage, thanks to Enna's advantage. Darn it!
Don't forget bless.
Oh right.
Who is this on?
This was at the bishop.
He is
12.
around a corner from you. Sorry if that's not
You're
obvious.
thinking of magic missile.
Like
Where is he?
here.
Oh, it's right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. In that case, I am running right here. I shoot off that guiding bolt. It misses.
Yeah.
You got big dude.
The things we do for violence. And I summon my starry form.
Alrighty, right.
So we want this motherfucker dead.
I want him dead.
I roll a 23 to hit. Healing 6 radiance.
Ooh, okay, that is on the dot there. So yeah, he yeah, it pierces like right through the head of the bishop icon on his chest. Tears through his cloak at the back, as you just see like the red fabric just kind of like fly up around him. And he hits the ground. I have to double check if the imp stays around.
I was gonna say, Kasan definitely turned to the imp. No, I always wondered if they stuck around after their summoner was slain.
Yeah, what we'll do is it goes to yomp, disappears.
Oh, I was going to want to use him as a weapon.
Yeah, you see the same kind of thing appear on the ground, the pentagram, and he gets like sucked into it, all spaghettified. All right.
I love that spaghettified is just how you get teleported in this world.
Yeah. It's great.
All right. Anything else on your turn, Kasan?
I'm afraid that's my movement, my action, and my bonus action, so I'm tapped out.
Alrighty, right. Now we move forward to our guy here. Now, the question is, do they stay and fight? All right. Yoink. 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 Right. The main guy shouts to retreat as he runs up to this guy on the ground, grabs him by like the scruff of his shirt or whatever like jacket thing he's wearing, and begins to pull him and He's gonna come down to a bit there. As he's like trying to drag this guy away from the fight. Alright. Well. Do you know what? He might as well use his crossbow while he's doing it. With disadvantage, that's a 17. And it's going to be at Kasson.
I believe my current AC is higher than that thanks to the armor I got. Yes, my current AC is
18.
18. Yeah.
Are you wearing? What are you wearing? The armor of the fallen or the volcanic one?
I should be wearing. Yeah, I should be wearing armor of the fallen.
Put that on, yeah.
I don't know.
So that's a 19
Oh, it's
then.
because I put on the Aquanaut gear. Put on the Aquanaut gear. That's why.
Ah, right. So you have.
Oh my god, yeah, I still have that in my
19 AC.
backpack.
Yeah, it should be 19. Yep, there we go.
All right. So
it's
you.
just that Aquanaut gear. Yep.
Yeah. Heavy crossbow bolt flies towards you, and you counter it with your own starry form archer arrow. Kind of collides in the air, like almost like evaporates his arrow, his crossbow bolt. All right, gonna go forward to Corda. Everybody else has fled. So I'll delete them from the scene for now.
Oh, okay.
You've only got these two left: the sleeping guy and the big guy who's trying to pull the sleeping guy away.
I think that would actually have woken him up.
I mean, he didn't slap him or anything. He just pulled him.
Fair enough.
Regardless, he's pulling him, and the guy's prone. So even if he wakes up, he's still being dragged.
Well, he's about to get picked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and grapple him so that I can pick him up and like just kind of basically keep him as a hostage right now, so that Kasson can get some answers with him.
Interesting.
I was thinking the same thing, Corda.
How do you grapple again? Is it just a strength check? Athletics.
Yeah, yours is athletics versus their choice. So yeah, go for it.
Oh, wait, plus. Oh, it's a 13.
On a sleeping man?
No,
no, she's
on the dude.
Yeah,
Oh.
she's going after the captain.
Oh, she's going after the captain. Okay.
Four stubbies.
They have changed the layout for the for the NPCs, and it is 9. There we are. He has a better athletics, so he's going to use athletics. He gets a 16.
Fuck you.
So as you pick him up, he pushes and struggles and manages to drop to the ground. He turns and looks back at the sleeping guy and is having a crisis of what to do at this point. Still your turn.
I don't think I have any bonus actions that I can do, so what I'll do is I'll position my... Yeah, I'll stand in front of them, all menacing.
Alright, well you can roll me intimidation.
Yeah. Oh wait, is thaumaturgy an action or a bonus action?
Thaumaturgy and prestidigitation should always be bonus actions, in my opinion. Especially if it's just for flavor.
Yeah, because the thought is Corda stomps over in front of him and smashes her foot on the ground and causes a light tremor.
I mean, you don't need thaumaturgy for that.
Hey, you're a giant! You kidding me?
That's true. That's very true, actually. Only a 7, though.
You stomp your foot. You indeed make a tremor, but when you try to let out like a roar, or something, you get like a catch in your throat, and it just kind of like stops.
The imp flies on my throat.
Alrighty, Rue. That'll move forward to Sigurd now. At this point, it's pretty much impossible for this guy to get out. So I'll give you 3 that are left. Like, you can just work together and see what you can do. You don't have to take turns. See what's possible.
Oh hell yes! I have just enough movement. We have just enough movement. Kassan, get over here, man! Get over here! Join the party! So as he's like,
recommend surrender.
I was about to say before anyone starts talking, like he's looking around.
Oh yeah.
He's looking around like, God, what the hell do I do? As soon as he looks towards Enna, you just see Enna go and blow devil's powder in his face. He needs to make a DC 18 charisma save.
Enna, you have changed.
Enna is being peaceful technically in this moment. Enna did not just straight up.
Not only that, they insulted my friend. They were pissed off at my friend.
I was more upset that they shot a crossbow at him, personally.
That is a 15, so I failed.
Alright. On a failed save, the target experiences an altered version of reality where it perceives the world as a hellscape inhabited by foul creatures and becomes extremely vulnerable to intimidation, aggressive forms of persuasion, and deception for the next hour.
Are we the baddies?
Yeah, no. Hey, it takes monsters to slay other monsters.
Ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves. Let's kill him.
Yeah, so like I blow that into his face, he falls to his knees and looks over at Kassan as he says this.
As Kassan says, I recommend surrender. I think the devil's powder allows this guy to somehow begin to perceive bonny bone gums materialize through Kassan's neck.
Oh, good.
And she kind of goes, "Oh, where's the fun in that? Please, run. It's so much more fun when they run. They taste so much better when they run." And I'm rolling, I'd like to roll, like, intimidation to get that.
you can have advantage on that, yeah.
I don't think this guy was that bad, really. I don't think he deserved this.
Okay. Alright.
Sigurd just has his held action, like, ready to bash this guy's skull in the second he either tries to run or, like, tries to hurt Kassan.
Alright, well...
Or Enna, for that matter.
He is... let me see, what's the best way to do this? Yeah, there's only, like, one open slot there. No, there's this one as well. Yeah, he's gonna, like... he's gonna go this way, right? So he moves this way. That opens him up to Corda, Sigurd, and Kassan for...
Does a 16 hit?
16 does hit, yes.
I'm gonna say, for thematic purposes, Sigurd is, like, caught up in the moment, and he accidentally smites anyway. Like, not like, thinking in his head, like, what he's doing at all, because he's not really religious. His is just from cooking.
He's not religious.
No, it's Sigurd. But so he takes 23 damage as, like, the glowing frying pan just smacks him across the back of the head.
Non-lethal, right?
Can't do non-lethal with Radiant, so...
I was about to say, if he doesn't die to 14 damage, I will non-lethal the frying pan.
Well, the 14 doesn't kill him anyway. Doesn't put him down anyway, so...
So I'll non-lethal the bludgeoning if that's allowed.
Sure, alright. Oh, you've already rolled that? Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 14 radiant, 9 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, okay, alright. Sure, okay, yeah, then he's down. Yeah.
And
So,
Sigurd just goes, whoops, let my temper get the best of me.
all
Right
right.
then.
He hits the ground with a thud face down in the snow.
Right. Where should we take him for interrogation?
Well, the tavern seems to be open.
I like the way you think, Sigurd. What about the other fellow?
I mean, he didn't really do anything, but we could take him with.
Corda, Sigurd. Could one of you strong folk help me carry the bishop's corpse inside? When my magics renew in the morning, I have an idea.
Ooh.
And it's gonna
But I
start.
suppose, in the meanwhile, we could use an extra sentry. Gashan is going to walk over to this knight as he activates his armor of the fallen. The knight's bones begin to rumble within its corpse as it bursts forth into a skeleton archer.
Awesome. That's so cool.
Casting my once per day animate dead or speak with dead. Choosing animate dead on the knight.
Awesome. Alrighty, Ray. That is so cool. I did not read that before I give you that.
If you don't have a skeleton archer mini, you can just go grab like a PNG of a skeleton from the Minecraft wiki.
Oh,
I mean, it's the default skeleton, but I'm pretty sure skeletons like at default have like a little arrow attack. So,
Oh shit!
and then like say in the morning, I suggest that we interrogate the bishop's corpse. But I think I'll put on a friendlier face before doing so.
I mean, we do still have an hour for the captain to interrogate.
True. But I doubt the captain knows the inner secrets of the Hell Knight organization.
He might have some answers about it.
Oh, sorry, not Hell Knights. Rankenvile.
same thing.
It may have just revealed the origin of the Rankenvile just a little bit, though I certainly tweaked a lot before recommending it. Like, the knight motif is not original. The knight motif, the chess motif is original.
Yes. I love the rank and file, so you don't worry.
He might have answers about Caliban.
Awesome.
Indeed.
Oh, then.
I'm gonna tie the other guy just so that he doesn't immediately run when he wakes up.
Alrighty, Ray.
Why is the music going so hard right now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just tie him to a chair with. I think I still have some rope.
If you don't, Sigurd always has rope.
Oh yeah, no, I don't. We used my rope for something. I forget what it was.
That's okay. Sigurd takes out. Oh shoot. Sigurd has tons of rope, and he goes ahead and ties whatever you need tied.
Yeah, tie these two up.
1 second. I am closing about 15 different pop-ups right now. Token collide. There we go. I just tie them all up to the chairs.
Well, I mean, the bishop's dead, so you don't have to worry about that.
Oh, right. I love the fact that Sigurd goes to do that, and you're just like, Sigurd, that one's dead. He's like,
Honestly, best to be careful.
Okay.
That's the reason I raised this one as a skeleton was to desecrate the corpse and prevent resurrections.
You know what, that's fair. Hold on a second. And I ripped the bishop's hood off to see if there's a mark on the back of his neck.
Oh, interesting. No, there's not.
Okay. Any markings on either of the other two?
No.
None of them are marked. Okay.
just bad people.
Yeah, just bad people.
You know, some villains are allowed to just be villains.
Right, well, I suppose whenever you're ready, Hassan, we just need a little bit of healing mojo from Sigurd over here for the captain.
I'm about to say, wouldn't we have taken a long rest or something?
Short rest, maybe? Or
Short-
do you want
well,
to do a long rest?
We have an hour with the advantage on intimidation checks.
Ah,
This probably wouldn't have taken more than 10 minutes to get everything in.
No, you could. Yeah, you got it all in like easy time.
I don't know if we want to take advantage of him being susceptible to get answers about Caliban.
Well, if we're talking about the captain, I'm pretty sure he's out cold.
That's what I'm saying. You just give him 1 point of healing, and he'll pop right back up.
Paladins are great at interrogation. Go unconscious. Wake up. Go unconscious.
oh, it's
Lawful
even
good,
better
everybody.
next level. It's Zone of Truth,
Oh, yeah.
That is
which
true.
I'm
I
pretty
don't.
sure would be a war crime.
Oh, 100%.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, Zone of Truth might not be a war crime, but the beating him and then resurrecting him, definitely a war crime.
So long as we don't get into like too graphic a torture thing or anything like that, we'll skip any like actual like torture stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
yeah. Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think we'll need it.
I don't think
I
so
hope we
either.
won't need it. But yeah, I'll go ahead and give him 1 point of lay on hands.
Alrighty, really.
Take him back up.
And he is awake. With
I think Hassan's gonna be.
Go ahead.
Hassan's gonna be sitting across from him. Good morning, sleepyhead.
Alright. He looks at you, looks around, sees all of the demons and devils around him, and the floor's on fire and everything's awful. And while everybody else looks completely different, like mutated and like red skin and all of this here, he looks at you and you look exactly the same. And he is somehow still more scared of you than them.
Racist.
Do you like what I've done with the place?
Whoa. What have you done? Where am I?
Take a wild guess. It's home sweet home.
Oh, he was a devil.
It's funny. I didn't even claim your soul. You came here naturally when you died. Because that's just the kind of person you were.
No.
As he's talking, can I use a sorcery point to subtle spell prestidigitation and etch damned into the table in front of him?
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, and like
And-
because of the hellscape around him, like it's just like amplified. Like it as you etch that in, like it lights on fire as well, and it looks like it's
Yeah, and I'm
slowly burning in front of him.
using subtle specifically so that he doesn't know I'm the one that cast it. It just happens.
Of course, yeah.
Hassan is going to turn to the guy just with this wry smile on his lips. But you know, perhaps I could broker a deal for you. Get you out of here on good behavior. For old time's sake. Tell me what you know.
This is just a trick, isn't it? You're not gonna let me go.
Hassan is going to look him dead in the eyes. Why, don't you know? Devils can't lie.
I think I've heard that. I think I've heard that somewhere.
Tell me what I need to know. Tell me everything you know of what's going on with the rank and file. what's going on with my dear old mentor. What's going on with this damned town. And I will free you from this hell. And I promise that's not a, how do you say, euphemism for oblivion.
I don't know nothing. Roll me your intimidation with advantage there. Alright.
That's not bad, but not great.
You have bless still, don't you?
No, bless is only a minute.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
Besides, it doesn't work on ability checks, I think. That's what guidance is for.
Yeah.
Ah.
I swear, I don't know nothing. Look, there was attacks, people going mad all over the place. But these people, they showed up. They promised us safety. That they could protect us so long as we gave them you.
The Vial. The Ronkin Vial wanted dear old me.
I swear I don't know why. But they called you a devil. And they said they deals with devils.
And I take it that's why your lot sought out the last person to have seen me and betrayed his trust, forcing him to strike you down like the rabid dogs you are.
Yes, okay, yes. It was a massacre. He wasn't himself, I don't think. Maybe he was taken, as you put it. I wasn't there, but when I went to get my men, there was nothing left but bones.
You never fight a druid. You think that devils enjoy the taste of man flesh. Every druid is a starving bear waiting to be unleashed.
He says, we wasn't going in with violence in mind. Swears it. We just wanted to know where you was. And when he saw the I think he called it a poem or something. He panicked. He said that they weren't going to take you. We didn't even say anything yet. He just knew.
Of course. Funny. I always thought that he kept me in line to protect you lot. Now I see he was always looking out for me. Thon is going to use the Infernal Mark again to reach out to the group telepathically. Is there anything else we need, or can we end this sad facade?
I do want to ask if I could roll insight to make sure he's not lying about going in without violence.
Sure.
The man's in a hell pocket dimension. I don't think he's in a position to lie.
I mean, he's in
you never
Zone of
know.
Truth, so you
You're
never know.
too skeptical.
Why is it that I get proficiency in insight and I have yet to roll a good insight check?
Yeah, you. He appears to be truthful.
I don't think it matters one way or another, though. One thing I will say is we might want to ask him if he knows where the rank and file came from. Like, if they have a base of operations somewhere nearby.
Last few questions. Your freedom is growing closer. Where is the rank and file operation?
They only sent a few men. 4. 2 of them. Well, 2 of them died at the lighthouse. And the others, they stayed here to prevent the possessions, as they called it.
Indeed. So the 2 that were with you, those were the last 2 in town. The bishop, the knight.
Well, yeah, but they was trying to recruit. I don't think anybody took them too seriously, but there is a few that quite fancied the protections the vial afforded them.
They are quite the charismatic bunch.
But I don't think nobody were initiated or nothing like that. They was planning to go back to the demon's gambit or something like that to initiate when they got there, but that ain't happening now. Really, they're good. They're good kids. They don't know what they're doing. They just thought, protection in that.
The Demon's Gambit. Where is that?
All I know is it's up north. I'd been there myself.
Well, I suppose a deal is a deal. You've answered my questions truthfully. And now it is time for your reward. And Kassan is going to go ahead and just cast Create Water directly on top of his head. I like to think that the water first appears as blood from the river Styx. And as it washes away the devil powder, his vision begins to return back to normal. And he finds himself back in the real world, if that's okay.
Yeah, sounds amazing.
I got soup.
Yeah, so Sigurd grabs 2 bowls of soup.
I just put one in front of him and one in front of the other guy.
Like,
I guess the water would probably splash and wake up the other guy.
All right. Okay. So yeah, he sees the world kind of like return to normal. Both of them are still, tied up. They're still held captive and that. But he sees everybody else kind of return to normal. He sees Bone Gums disappear. And he's left kind of just sobbing at the table, kind of like throwing platitudes your way. A lot of thank yous. He is convinced that you just saved him from hell. So.
Right. Well, thank you two for being so kind to our dear devil friend over here. I give a sly little wink. Ah, Sigurd. Very kind of you to offer them some soup.
What
we
the
trust you
fuck am I?
Could we trust you to not to go running off so that you could just enjoy a bowl? We want to help the world as much as you two do.
Oh, I was just gonna feed him.
Spoon
that's-
feed him.
I don't trust them for shit.
I mean, if that's what you want to do, Sigurd, by all means. We just move out of the way so that Sigurd can take Kassan's seat. Just, here comes the train!
Quite literally.
And as you're doing that, Kassan's just in the background, like reading the instructions on his infernal armor. Let's see. Speak with dead. Oh! Speak with dead. You only need the head left for it to work. And he begins trying to go and less than carefully remove the head from the bishop to make it more portable.
Alright, I'll be in the kitchen if any of you need me.
The stew is in the back. It came along quite well.
I'll have to give it a try, Sigurd.
This guy here has a spoonful of like soup in his mouth, while his eyes are like pointing directly sideways, looking at like Kassan ripping a guy's head off. All right, okay. And with that, we can have a however much of a rest you want.
I mean, we never did get the long rest for the shop to open.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's still probably the middle of the night.
It is, yes. Also, actually, do you know what? Good timing for this.
The owner never came back.
She is gone. She's long gone.
No, she never came back. She likely just, alerted everybody of the that
Caliban.
Yes, the Caliban was back. All right. And
Evening,
the
fellas.
door swings open, and a motley crew comes wandering in. Just sees Sigurd spoon feeding some
Two fucking
spoon feeding some people tied up, while Kassan has just successfully put a head into his backpack or something.
Evening, fellas. Could I interest you all in some soup? Sigurd just made it fresh.
Oh, is he a vegetarian?
And Sigurd, hearing that, immediately goes, No, wait, I haven't made the vegetarian food yet. I didn't realize you were coming so quickly.
Alright, there's probably some mushroom caps back here. I might be able to make some cheese stuffed mushroom caps for him. You just keep attending to our guests.
Got it. And
For
Sigurd's gonna go over
morning,
here.
I will have good berries for all.
Sigurd is gonna grab them some ale. We're running a tavern now.
We're just right back to cooking. Enna feels at home now, apart from the two people tied up and the dead body on the floor with no head. Aye, Corda, do you want a pint as well?
I can never say no to one.
Sigurd goes ahead and gets the biggest tankard he could find, and he just slides it down the bar.
All right, you have a jolly old drink. Does any? I'm just curious. The answer doesn't need to be yes, but is anybody gonna clean up the body or move the corpse or anything, or is it just gonna stay there while you have your drink and food?
I feel like we'd eat first and deal with the body after.
Sure thing.
Chances are Enna would not like it and try to drag it away, using prestidigitation as much as possible to keep everything clean.
Sure thing.
The second
Skeleton, aid Enna in moving the body.
I was about to say, the second that Enna was out, Sigurd would try and help her. Because it's Sigurd.
Yeah, we're just keeping everything clean. Just yeet the body out the back door, exactly.
It'll decompose eventually.
I've got the important bit right here.
Alright, well, you all back on the ship missed quite an evening.
Ruffle turns round and says, I hope that lot ain't gotten into any trouble.
When he says that lot, is he referring to us or is he referring to them?
Yeah, he's referring to you in the captain's voice.
Sigurd looks at Ruffle, kind of kindred spirit. He's like, I wouldn't say any trouble we couldn't handle.
As you're like tramping blood through the...
I'm trying not to.
You
Whatever
wipe your
footsteps
feet in the
remain,
bear.
prestidigitation will clean it. Oh my god. Sean, you scared me. Thank you for the cookie. My roommate just stuck his hand through my doorframe and gave me a cookie.
It's the greatest thing ever.
Alrighty, Root. What we'll do is you may take a long rest now.
Yay!
The two captives fall asleep at the table eventually, and
So peaceful when they're not, trying to murder us.
the rest of the group, get access to the abundance of keys that are about and make their way inside and find a room. Meanwhile, you have your own long rest. So, next day, morning, what we have is, first of all, how long does your skeleton last?
Last 24 hours before it goes insane and starts killing everything living.
Okay.
Oh.
Alright.
Wait.
Fortunately, I'm a CR 1/4 computer, and I'm going to command it to disassemble itself and order its bones in alphabetical order about 10 minutes before the spell is supposed to end.
Alright. The skeleton definitely does not know the names of the bones, so it's just a pile of bones. But 24 hours hasn't passed yet, so you hear a scream and some rattling downstairs. And whenever you come back after your long rest and stuff, you find the tavern owner or barkeep is back, and
welcome back.
she says she sees the people tied up and stuff, and she just she says, "Oh, well, if it isn't Kassan, Calivan was looking for you. If you haven't seen him,
We're actually looking for Calivan.
weren't you just with him?"
Sigurd is gonna look over at Kassan and wait for an approving nod to see whether he can say anything or not.
Hassan is just going to shapeshift into his best understanding of what a Rankin-Vile king would look like, as he just smiles at her. I've learned a few tricks in my travels.
Let me just do a save. Alright, she fainted.
Sigurd is immediately gonna go and pick her up
Make sure
and
she's okay.
make sure she's okay and take her to a room like the first open room he can find. You know,
You
lay her on the bed.
Tie her up, spoon feed her some soup.
Spoon feed her some soup.
No, I think she's good.
Do not spoon feed soup to sleeping people; they will drown.
Yeah. Don't feed sleeping people.
Gosh,
Bad
the
idea.
sheer number of times we have to tell people don't give like oral medicines to somebody who is incapable of consciously swallowing right now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Please.
If they're unconscious,
You have
don't make them
medicines
tea.
that you can give through other ways, specifically because of that.
I was about to say, this is a PSA. Very
Public
important.
service announcement from the doctor in the party.
No,
Yeah.
no, just saying like, yeah, people unfortunately have choked before.
Oh yeah.
This is no public service announcement or anything like this. This is just common.
Well, you say common sense. A few years ago, my neighbor had a seizure, and like, her daughter came like running down the road, like screaming, like, "Oh, someone help! Someone help! Someone help!" And, like, I had no idea what was going on, so I ran out in my dressing gown, showed up at their house, and yeah, the woman was having a seizure, and like, I called an ambulance and stuff, but like while I was waiting, I did absolutely everything wrong. I did absolutely everything wrong. I like helped her set up, give her some water, had a like pillow under her head or something like that. Like basically everything I did, the person on the phone was like, "Yeah, and don't do this." And I was looking like just I just glance over at the cup of water she's holding and was like, "Yeah, it's too late. I've already done all of those things."
That's why that person was on the phone, though. Like you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
And people panic in an emergency situation. That's why we have to have people trained to keep their calm and people trained to know what to do.
Yeah. I mean, like, luckily she was alright. So, like, I don't think I ended up making it worse, but definitely it's good to know these things to, you know, in the future, if something like that happens again, I won't be providing them water.
Die of thirst, bitch.
Alright, okay. Weird medical tangent over. Do you want to... Shall we try and talk to the rank and file before we continue, or what do you want to do
so.
first?
Hassan is going to like look at everyone. I get 5 questions with the corpse. Let's make them count.
Let's ask
1.
before we resurrect them. Let's write them down so we know what we're asking. And we don't accidentally ask any stupid questions, and then Sigurd just looks out at himself. He's like, I think I'll just be quiet in the corner.
Yeah, you can write your questions in the chat for now if you need to take a note.
Alright.
What traps can be expected en route to the the Demon's Maw?
It's on the map. It's the Devil's Gambit.
Yeah, it's the Devil's Gambit, but the guy got the name wrong when he was telling you about it. But you would have known what he was talking about from your own research.
Actually, wait, isn't it yes or no questions?
No, he can respond
It can be
to anything, but he doesn't have to tell the truth.
Okay.
That's why I'm disguising myself as a rank and file.
Oh, I
That
see.
he hopefully will respect my authority.
Interesting. Okay.
I'll admit, this one's partially because of Baldur's Gate 3, where you can't go and speak with dead with somebody that you killed unless you disguise self, because they're just like, screw you, you killed me.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, like,
Okay.
that's just the general good way to do it. Alright, yeah. So that's one question. I mean, we could just do it now. Like, you've asked that question if you want.
I feel like that's a pretty safe one. We can go ahead and ask it.
Alright.
We'll just say, like, we thought these ahead of time so that we can ask them during the 10-minute duration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So, I don't think that they get to, like, talk outside of the question, so there's no like, oh my gosh, it's the king or anything like that. It just like looks at you with very very like wide eyes, like surprise before it answers your question. It says to that question, only the one set on your orders.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Have to pretend you've got really bad memory now.
And so I think Kassan's gonna look at him, think for a second. Can Kassan recall any monsters with memory altering or memory stripping abilities from his studies?
Oh, well, let's roll, I guess, history for that to begin with.
Natural 1.
Damn.
Kassan looks at him and says,
yes,
"I
you
ran
specifically.
into a Medusa, and its forgetful gaze has afflicted my mind. What traps did I order you all to set?"
And it's just in the corner. Nice recovery.
Completely choose the wrong monster. Like, his plan is still in place. He has no idea he chose the wrong monster for this, though.
Alright, okay. So, it says, you know what? I've got some appropriate notes for this, so let's just check that. Alright, okay, so, there are, devils, of course, sire. Soldiers, as you planned. He then says, fallen paladin, your favorite. And eyes everywhere.
Remind my tired mind. What is our plan for the bumpkins of this town who we have seduced to our side?
They promised us. Oh, I need to get that real quick. Yeah. They promised us the Craven One, sire. In return, we offer them safety from the demon scourge.
Okay.
The Craven One. Fancy name. What does it mean?
Why do you call Kassan the Craven One? or I guess you should say, what is our plan for the Craven One?
All right. Hmm. Ah. Above his pay grade.
Hmm.
These matters are not for my ears. I know this. I shall not listen, I shall not see. I shall not look upon thee.
Of the pay grade of a bishop. That is concerning. Someone kind of mutters under his breath. Last question. He just like looks to you all, probably hidden in a corner so that the skull can't see you. Like looking at you all like expectantly, like, any recommendations? Are you guys there?
Hi, sorry.
No, I'm in
That's
hell.
okay. Like, if you all don't have recommendations, that's okay. I just want to make sure we didn't lose connection.
No, I don't have any recommendations. My computer seems to be bugging out.
Okay.
All
And
good.
I think
I don't think we've got any recommendations. So
okay. And someone will finally say, "How do we protect them from the demon scourge?" I guess, how do we protect ourselves from the demon scourge?
right. So he says,
First you must summon them. A gateway too tempting to resist. And then you trap them. They cannot possess what they cannot reach.
and Wisp brings him back to life. Apparently.
What? No, I'm back alive.
Alright,
Yeah.
I'm back.
Poor choice of words.
And with that final question answered, the animating life force left within the skull goes dark again. Kassan's armor loses a little bit of its necrotic glow for a moment as he looks at the skull, looks over the instruction manual for the spell again. No, there's not a rule saying I can't ask this again in the future. I just have to wait 10 days.
Only 10 days.
Only 10 days.
Don't tell me you're going to be hanging on to that damn thing.
I mean, just wait. And Sigurd looks at Enna. He's like, wait. What would happen if we threw, like, from the darkness, if we threw out a head at the other members of the rank and file? You think they would, like, chase out in that direction and then we could sneak around?
I feel like by the time we reach them, that head's gonna be nothing more than a skull.
Fair enough.
Skull still works. Speaking of which, Son will walk over to the corpses of the Rankenvile members and pass the bishop's robe to Enna and pass the knight's robe to Sigurd. If we're
Interesting.
going forward, we might as well make it look convincing. After all, the Craven One is right in your grasp. Oh, Bishop. Oh, Knight.
Nice. Very cool plan.
I can't turn invisible.
Wait,
I don't
what?
think you need to. No. The bishop summons things. And Kasana like rummage around, pull out his little acorn. I don't know if you know how to use this. But you can try.
That's an acorn.
You cannot run a summon beast unless D wants you to be able to. But Kasan doesn't know that, and he just gives you the acorn to hold on to try to cast spells through.
Do you want me to plant this?
No, you channel your magic into it and you summon a beast. Remember the Quipper Squid?
What? Wait, there's a Quipper Squid?
I hand it back to Kasan, like, I pick up his hand, rest it in, close his hand, and just pat it. Unfortunately, that's your specialty field of magic.
Oh, but it's so much fun. You really must give it a try sometime.
Well, you might have to teach me. Much the way, Corda wants to teach me how to, I guess, make things big.
Don't take that out of context.
Too late. Right, okay.
Regardless, I suppose you're right. But what about Corda? She doesn't have a disguise.
I thought that's what the robes were for.
Yeah, for me and you, Sigurd.
For you too.
Oh.
Yeah, there's only 2 rooms.
Does anyone have invisibility? I don't.
I don't. I don't get more spells until next level.
Ironically, the one who can disguise himself as anyone is the one who requires no disguise.
I laugh.
And I'm like going like cough. I have been playing too much into the role. Apologies, I'm losing myself a little.
Oh no, you're fine. You're still the same old
Sigurd-
Kasan who's helped us so far.
Sigurd's immediately, as he says he's been losing himself, Sigurd's gonna, like, grip him around like giant walrus hug style. Yeah.
Oh, man.
You're perfectly fine.
Right. So I suppose we have our next headed course.
I suppose so.
Right. Well, let's get this food and get underway, shall we?
Alright. So you
I
had
will say before we leave, I want to
Mhm.
I want to leave the barkeeper some gold and a prestidigitation written message that just says, "Apologies for the fear. Hope the gold helps." I'm just gonna leave.
For the fear.
I don't know how else to put it because
That's
she
so
obviously
funny.
was panicked.
Alright, okay. Yeah,
I'm just gonna leave her 10 gold pieces.
Okie doke. Yeah, so you go to the general store. When you get there, you find that you see the rest of the crew are already kind of like carrying crates out of there, and the captain says to you, it would be really handy if you could get that lighthouse up and running again while we're sorting this out.
We're on our way there shortly.
Perfect. All right.
Can I actually
Plus, we need one Master of Light.
Sigurd's gonna look at everyone and just be like, "Does anyone need rope?"
No. I believe I'm fine as I am.
Do you have rope?
I'm a druid. What I lack, I can always make more of.
Sigurd is just gonna buy like 4 things of rope
Okay.
for like even if Kassan doesn't want to hang on, he knows that Enna needs one. He looks at Corda. Corda, do you have a rope?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Sigurd's gonna hold on to the other 3, but then he's gonna make sure Enna rope.
That's just 4 gold, and you can just add the rope to your
Perfect.
existing rope. I think you should have.
I do.
Good.
Yep. Special
Oh.
rope.
Alrighty, Roo. Now,
I think you could click and drag it into the party inventory, and I could actually take one then.
Let me see here. Nope, that's companion manager. There's party inventory. If I take this and I just yoink, did it?
Oh, it says 4 ropes of mending.
Yeah, because I didn't know how to drag just one.
oh, it's a rope of mending, though.
That's the only rope I had.
Oh, I see. All right.
If you want to just put 4 normal rope in the party inventory, I'll subtract the gold.
Yeah, I'll do that. Party
Nice.
inventory, gear, rope.
Gotta love rope.
Thank you, D.
All right, there we are. Okay, so with that, and I'll put it to morning, and I will bring the group over.
I totally forgot we had some of this stuff.
All right.
What is the heart of stone?
That's the thing that can capture demonic souls, and you can use them to do stuff.
Right.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is leave it off here, but oh wait,
Sounds good.
we've got 2 quarters. There we go. Right.
Double dog.
Double dog. So you head down a very familiar path to Kusan. It is massively kind of overgrown. It's not been tended to for some time. This path was always a point of pride to Calavan, and seeing it so dishevelled is likely makes your heart sink a little bit as you wonder what has happened. As you get closer, you see the lighthouse. It still stands as tall as it used to when you once lived here. The lighthouse itself was, in your entire living memory, was always like collapsed. It was an abandoned, derelict lighthouse that Calavan had turned into a home when he found you on the shore. I believe that's where he found you. So, you do notice, though, however, yes, there is no blue glow that is so typical and so integral to your kind of memory of this place. You do not see that. You do not see any of the warmth that used to be here. And the place, although it was always derelict, looks more in more disrepair than Calavan would ever have let it get to. Inside the building, you can hear some growling, and that's where we'll leave it off for this session.
Uh-oh. That was a really fun session. I enjoyed that a lot.
It was pretty damn cool.
That was
I
awesome.
definitely enjoy the hijinks we get into.
Dude, I feel like
Every
this was like one of the best sessions we've had as a full party, just playing off of one another.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, some really
Yeah.
good roleplay today. Alrighty, Rui. Thank you for playing. I do sincerely hope you enjoyed. Next week we go into Kassan's childhood home.
Huzzah!
Alright.
I was gonna say something and I forgot to say it, but if you're gonna fight demons, you might as well want a demon on your side, am I right?
He's a devil! No!